The moment her phone lit up with his name, something inside me broke. Not in an explosive way, but in a quiet, hollow crack, like glass under pressure I hadn't realized was there. For weeks, I had felt her slipping away, the hurried kisses, the excuses about late nights at work, the laughter that no longer seemed meant for me. But seeing that name, Ethan, flash across her screen while she showered was a confirmation I had been dreading. My wife, the woman I had loved for 12 years, was no longer mine. When she stepped out of the bathroom wrapped in a towel, humming a tune that clearly wasn't for me, I said nothing. I didn't confront her. I just watched as she slid into bed, her fingers brushing her phone, her lips curving into a smile I hadn't seen in months. That night, while she slept soundly beside me, I stared at the ceiling, the weight of the truth pressing down. The woman I thought would always be mine had been living a double life. Every part of me wanted to shake her awake, to demand answers, but something in me whispered, wait, let her reveal herself. Don't give her the satisfaction of thinking she fooled you. It all unraveled one Thursday evening. She came home later than usual, her hair slightly disheveled, carrying the faint trace of cologne that wasn't mine. She barely glanced at me as she set her purse down. "We need to talk," she said, her voice flat. My stomach twisted, but I kept my tone steady as I asked what she meant. She exhaled, as if rehearsing the lines. "This marriage isn't working. We've grown apart. I need space. I want out." She said it so casually, as if ending 12 years of marriage was no more serious than canceling a subscription. I searched her face for a trace of guilt. "Is this about Ethan?" I asked quietly. Her eyes widened, then narrowed in defense. "What are you talking about?" she shot back. My voice stayed calm. "I've seen the messages, the late nights, the lies. You don't need to keep pretending." She froze, then straightened her shoulders. "Yes, it's Ethan," she whispered. "And I'm not sorry. He makes me feel alive, something I haven't felt with you in years." Her words cut deeper than a blade. Not because of him, but because of how little she cared that she was shattering me. Still, I didn't beg. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't cry. I simply stood and said, "If that's what you want, you're free to go." Her face flickered with shock. "That's it? You're just letting me go." I looked at her evenly. "What else is there to do? You left me long before tonight." You just finally said it out loud. The days that followed blurred together. Silence, paperwork, separate bedrooms. She packed her bags and moved in with Ethan, as though 12 years of marriage could be tucked neatly into a suitcase. My hands trembled as I signed the divorce papers, but my mind was clear. I expected to feel crushed. Instead, I felt something I hadn't anticipated. Release. The first nights alone were brutal. The bed felt like an empty canyon, the silence deafening, the house echoing with her ghost. Her perfume lingered in the air, her laughter still alive in the walls. But slowly, life began to creep back in. Friends I had lost touch with resurfaced. My sister called me daily. Even my old guitar, forgotten in the closet for years, found its way back into my hands. I wasn't healed yet, but I was breathing again. And with each breath, I realized something important. I hadn't lost her, I had been freed from her. A month later, she came back. It was a Saturday afternoon when a knock shook my door. I opened it to find her standing there, not glowing as she once had, not radiant from Ethan's attention, just uncertain. "Hi," she said softly, as though that single word could erase everything. I leaned against the doorframe, arms folded. "What do you want?" "I just wanted to see how you're doing," she murmured, her eyes darting past me into the house that no longer belonged to her. "Why?" I asked bluntly. "You made it clear you didn't care." She swallowed hard, then asked the real question. "So is there someone else? Have you moved on?" The irony almost made me laugh. She had left me for Ethan, and now she wanted to know if I had replaced her. "Yes," I said simply. Her face fell. "Who?" I stepped closer, looking straight into her eyes. "Me. I replaced you with myself. The version of me you buried under your lies. My happiness doesn't depend on you anymore." Her eyes flickered, blinking rapidly, my words striking harder than any insult. "I made a mistake," she whispered. "Ethan, he's not." "Stop." I cut her off. "You don't get to rewrite this. You chose him. You ended us. And I chose freedom. Don't come back looking for something you threw away." Her lips trembled, her eyes filled with regret, but it was too late. That night, I sat on the porch with a glass of whiskey, the crisp autumn air brushing my skin. I thought about the woman I once loved, the betrayal that nearly destroyed me, and the strength I never knew I had until I let her go. She thought she had upgraded her life when she left. But a month later, she came back, not to win me, but to see who had replaced her. And the answer she never expected was this: the one who replaced her was me,